Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Viviana and I have been sharing with you all about my prep. I am now 8 weeks out to the show that I plan on doing, and here are the updates for this week. Okay, we finished training and cardio. Now it's time to check in. With every sip, I feel the care. Let's start the day. Smile so wide. Okay, so we are now 8.5 weeks out, and this is my check-in for today. Can you hear my knees?
I don't have much to say, Viviana. When you have a week like this, we didn't really make any huge adjustments. We added a second high day. We bumped up the cardio, and a huge drop, 2 pounds in a week, especially when you're this lean, is a great place to be. Yeah, you said you're not feeling drained, inflamed, or overtrained. So we just want to keep copy, paste, repeat this week. Take care of yourself. Get your meals planned ahead, get to bed on time, and then just let your body do the work. And let's have another great week like this. I'm excited. This is definitely going to be our all-time best on stage. We still got a lot of work to do, but I can see the finish line and I can see where your physique is going to be, and it's exciting. So I'm here for it. No changes. Happy Tuesday. Thanks, Viviana.
Okay, so we checked in on Tuesday, and it looks like we're doing really well. I was a little not worried, but I knew that possibly with my menstrual cycle and the fluctuation of weight, there might be minimal to no changes, but it looks like we're doing really well. The other thing is that with my new training block, which is great, I have changes and goals on the lifting, on my weight that I lift, which it was becoming a little too hard for me, or not that it was hard, but on my body, right? As lean as I am, with the calories that I have at the moment, it was difficult for me to continue those lifting goals. So now bringing it down and changing that has really helped me, and I've actually feel really good. My body doesn't feel that there's inflammation, that I'm overtraining, exhausted, or anything like that. It is the normal tired of the prep, right, and the process and the gym and everything with the cardio and things like that. So it is very helpful that my training block is also based on my energy and the things that I can do at the moment with my prep. So I think that is going really well. Okay, so today I am not going to work. It's a rest day, and also from training and cardio. So I'm going to be trying on different suits and taking pictures to see which one is the one that I'll use for the show, or that I plan to use for the show, and then kind of practice with that one in particular, so that I can see how it fits me and if I like it for the show. If not, to kind of make changes if needed. So I'm 8 weeks out, and so that gives me some time to make changes on the suit if I need to. I know that I still 8 weeks is kind of far as like physique changes, but mainly I can tell if I'm gonna need to fix it, one, and then how it looks, the color and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna be trying on some of the suits and then taking some pictures today. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so these are the colors that I have at the moment. The one I'm wearing, this one, the maroon. I have this one, which I love, and I've worn before, and then the red one. So I'm trying to decide which one I'm gonna wear for the show, and I'm gonna take some pictures to kind of decide which one I want. I think that the challenging part of being off from work and a rest day is not having your mind like busy. It's difficult because you're not busy, so the hunger gets to you, and because your mind is not busy, you might be just thinking about food. Today I ordered my groceries and I went on the search at the grocery store and looked up pumpkin, and because it's the season, right? And so I wanted to see what's new or what they have, and so I found a few things that are now being sold with pumpkin flavor. So I'm super excited because I added them to my cart and I hear the delivery here. So I'm gonna share with you what I got. Okay, the groceries are here. Okay, so in addition to the regular weekly things that I get, I got all of these things that I saw that are pumpkin and that I'm going to try. Super exciting! I'm going to try to share with you how everybody eats, and I just ordered my coffee. There isn't an option for me. Okay, aquí les voy a enseñar. Let me share with you what they ordered. Or sandwich, whatever. Try. Okay, everybody. So this is the end of my week. I am now 8 weeks out to the show that I plan on doing, and this week I shared with you my check-in, and there were no changes with the check-in, but there was changes with my physique, my weight, and then my training block. So I shared with you that my training block is, I have lifting goals, and then at the end of my 6 week of training, I have like a personal best, and that increases every 6 weeks. And the way it works is like I start from the first week with lighter weight, and then I build this as it goes. But with now being in a calorie deficit and the addition of the cardio, there was a time where I was feeling like my body, I shared with you, like there was inflammation. It was just different. There was pain. So I knew that I was training hard, but I wasn't feeling okay. Like I felt like it was too much on my body. I was starting to get tired, And I know these things happen because I've prepped, for almost 13 years for my first show. So I know what it is to overtrain. And I also know like the difference, right? And that's not what was happening. It's just too much for my body at this time. So this training block got adjusted to my current strength due to my prep and due to the addition of the cardio. And then, things got better. Now I feel better. I don't feel like it's too much on my body. And yes, I continue to train 5 times out of the week. I continue to do 120 minutes of cardio 5 days out of the week. And so these things are part of it, but you kind of figure out what's working for your body within time. You start to know your body. Every year you see that these things, whether your body can take or if it's too much, you start learning about your body. So training got adjusted. That's working really well. And then my meals. So I prep either Saturday or Sunday, most of the time on Sundays, for my meals. But mainly it's always like my first 3 meals. And that's because that's when I'm on the go, right? After I train in the morning at 5 a.m., then for work, then when my next meal, and then when I get home, if I can, I will try to make it, fresh or while I'm here at home. So it depends, but at least I always have to have meals ready for me in case I don't have the time. They're prepared. But this past week, I added some different vegetables or, something different. And I try if I change anything. This week, it'll be like the same thing. And then until the next week, it'll change for the following week. So I had added some pickled onions and pickled carrots, like with jalapeno. And I loved it. And so I added that to my meal in addition to what I already have. And then this week, I put on my grocery cart pumpkin spice, pumpkin things, and I noticed all these pumpkin things coming up. And so I added, I got some Cheerios. I got some coffee creamer that are 0 sugar, and then some protein bars and some the cream cheese. And so those kind of things. And one, it's good to change it. 2, these are things that I already have consumed, but now with the pumpkin, it is something that, it's a change. And so that I don't get bored, and plus it is the new, season. So it's exciting. Something is just a change, but it's still the same. I still have to, make sure that my food is within my macros. So that's going to be like the new thing for this coming week that I'm adding to my meals. Some of the pumpkin popcorn, pumpkin creamer, pumpkin cream cheese, those kinds of things. But I mean, it's the same thing. I'm still doing everything else the same. I'm just adding these in addition to what I eat within my macros. And I'm just looking down to my list so that I don't forget anything. But I shared with you also that I took some pictures and I was trying on my suits. I don't think that I'm going to be getting a new suit for this show. And so I have suits already, so I'm going to try to use one of the suits that I already have. And I was trying on the different colors and the different styles and different sizes to see which one I was going to, start practicing as my suit. And so that I kind of see where as my physique is changing, how it looks in the suit, and start doing my updates with that suit so that my coach can also see how my physique is looking. And then unfortunately, I got my cycle again, which means my body weight is going to fluctuate again. But that's okay. I mean, we continue to follow like our macros and cardio so that we can just make sure that when that is done and over with, that we can see the changes, and possibly just like this week, a drop after the retention of fluid due to my menstrual cycle. And then my rheumatologist, so just an update, I got my labs back and they're all within normal range, or at least what the doctor was looking for. So it looks like we're doing good. Plus this week I had no pain, which probably means it was just the training, going a little hard on my training, and my body just kind of, trying to tell me that it was a little much for what I was doing with the calories that I have. So that's a good thing. And then I also shared with you kind of like the routine that I do on Saturdays and Sundays, which is like my family time, right? I do go out to eat, and it all depends. If they offer something that I can eat and that I can take my scale with, then I will. So Saturday we tried a new restaurant and they didn't have an option for me, and I did not eat. I had coffee while everybody else was trying, their foods. But then on Sunday, I already know that, there's options for me. So then I will do that. So it really depends on where we go. I try to remind myself, and, like I said, after year, you get used to it, that what's important is the gathering, the family time, and not necessarily the food itself. So that, that mindset will help you have a coffee, have a Coke Zero or Diet Coke while everybody else is there, and then just kind of have a good time with your family without thinking about the food. And then when that is over, whether it is an event or having to go to a restaurant or anything, you come back home, either take your meal with you or come back home and have the following meal, which is what I did. And I'm trying to see what else let's see. I think that is it for this week. So we're officially 8 weeks out, and that'll be November the 7th. I am doing the Texas State, but they're having 2 shows, which is the annual Texas State, and then they're having the natural bodybuilding show, which is what I will be doing. So it's exciting, and I'm going to try to share the difference because it says it's tested. I don't know what that entitles or what it is. Many years ago when I started my bodybuilding shows, they actually did a urine test. And when I was doing the natural bodybuilding, it was Texas Shredder, my first show ever. But this is back again to natural shows. And so we'll see how the testing works and, just kind of learn from it. But that is the plan. And that's about it for this week. So I will give you updates if any. I should be checking in next Tuesday, but everything looks good so far. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.